so just gonna do a quick flow during lunch break time. So about 30 minutes, moving around a little bit, just to keep your body moving in this time of kind of sitting and doing not a lot physically. So let's get started. So we'll actually start seated. So find a comfortable seat. You can do this on a chair. You can do it standing if you need to. I'm going to sit cross-legged, but whatever is most comfortable for you. Switch the cross of your legs, though. So I usually have my right foot in. I'm going to put my left foot in. It's kind of weird, but if you think about it, you probably crossed your legs the same way all these years and haven't felt any differently. So we'll take a moment just to focus into our practice. Rest your hands on your knees and sit up nice and tall. You can start to close the eyes. But if that's not comfortable for you, just keep a soft gaze. And we'll take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths here. Last one. Go ahead and flutter your eyes open if they're closed. You might already feel a little bit better. I know I do. So we'll start by moving the neck around just a little bit. So start by turning your head to the right, and I'm not mirroring you, so you're going to be opposite of me. Just make sure that you find balance, going in both directions, right and left. We'll go each side a couple times, right and left, and then one more each side. Keeping a nice tall spine. And then come on back to center. Now we're going to move up and down. And just listen to your body. If you feel any pain in the neck, just back out. So take a look up. And then slowly bring your chin down to your chest. Feel that length in the back of the neck. And then look up, even with the eyeballs. And then bring that chin to chest. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Last time, look up. And then chin to chest. Come back to center. Now we're going to do a few tilts. So bring right ear to right shoulder. And I know this for me is, I definitely feel tightness when I do these side-to-side tilts. So just listen to your body, listen to your breath. If you're holding your breath or feeling tense, then just back out a little bit. So we're trying to elongate one side of the neck. Hopefully you don't feel compression on the side that you're tilting on, but just relax the opposite shoulder down. Last time each side. Keep breathing. And then come on back to center. Time for shoulders. So lift your shoulders up. And then relax them down. If you want to follow with the breath, as you inhale, lift. And as you exhale, release. A couple more. Last one. And then release. Moving to shoulder roll. So roll forward a couple times, bringing that mobility back, warming up the shoulders a little bit, and then go ahead and switch directions. Should feel nice. And then stop when your shoulders are down and back. So away from the ears, you want to kind of bring the shoulder blades together. That'll open the chest. And again, let's find a nice tall spine. Moving to cat-cows, so seated cat-cows. On your inhale, you lift your chest and bring your gaze up. And on your exhale, you round the spine. You're going to look at your belly button. So you don't have to go super deep. Go ahead and keep moving with your breath. Inhale, look up. To feel the benefits of this, all we're doing is just trying to manipulate the spine. Because for a lot of us, we're sitting at a chair a lot of the day now. We're not really moving around. So we want to manipulate the spine just to warm everything up. Last one. Inhale, lift. And then exhale. Really nice. All right, moving on to some twists. You can twist to any degree. I'm going to twist over to the right by bringing my right hand behind me. Left hand comes to right knee. And then just gazing over my right shoulder. Gentle twist. So we already lengthened the spine up. And then we also move the spine in our cat-cows. So now we're twisting to each side. One more breath here. And then come back to center, other side. Left hand behind you, or whatever side you need to do. You can bring your hand to the knee, or just keep the hand, you're twisting to whatever degree feels comfortable for you. And notice the difference. I know for me, I can't twist as much to this side. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. One more breath. And then come on back to center. Moving on to a fold. So bring your legs out in front of you. We'll start with both legs out together. And this can get kind of tricky because a lot of people have tight hamstrings, which is totally fine. You can bend your knees and reach forward, or even just grab underneath your knees. We think so much of yoga, right? Like you have to be able to grab things and pull and all this stuff. But just find a gentle forward fold, even if that means you're not going as deep. So you don't want to round, even though that looks like I'm going more deep into the posture. Keep your chest, lead with your heart. So as you can see, I came up, I'm not as deep this way, and again, bending the knees is just fine. And if you can't grab your feet, just don't grab your feet. And just breathe here. I'm wiggling my toes a little bit to bring some blood flow into them as well. Fold forward for one more breath. And then come on back to center. Now we'll do a quick counter pose. Bring your hands either next to your hips or a little bit behind you for a little chest opener. Lift your chest up, look up, maybe look back. And then come on back to center. All right, we're ready to move on here. So let's get into a tabletop position. So move around as you need to, get into a table. We really won't be here long, it's just more of a transition posture. If you'd like to here, you can take a downward facing dog, but you don't need to. We're going to do a reverse table later as well. From here, we're going to move into a child's pose. So bring your hips back and walk your hands out either in front of you. You can make a pillow for your forehead, or you can also just put the hands next to you. The knees can be either up against your chest, or if you would like, you can open the knees up a little bit. Just play around and see what works for you, what feels most relaxing in your body. On your next inhale, come up back through table. And we're going to move into a few standing postures. So however you need to, come into a forward fold. So I'm going to just kind of walk my hands up nice and slow and take a standing forward fold. We took a seated forward fold, so notice the difference. I'm just going to fold forward. A bend in the knees is totally fine, as much as you need to. And I'm just going to let my arms hang, might sway side to side. Some people like to grab their elbows, just so that you can almost imagine yourself, you're like a weeping willow is what I imagine. So just let everything hang down, maybe even massaging your scalp, your neck, closing your eyes for a moment here. And then slowly start to walk your fingertips over to the right. You can bend the right knee or the left knee, both knees if you need to here. You should feel a nice stretch on this side, the opposite side. And then walk back to center. to my left side, I feel a nice stretch here along the intercostal muscles on my right side. Even into the shoulder, this right shoulder feels really nice. And then come on back to center. We'll grab opposite elbows one more time, but this time get your grip and then switch just to promote balance. It feels really weird. And then hang out here for another minute, another breath or two. And then bring a nice bend into your knees. We're going to root and rise. So root through the feet. You can bring the hands to the waist if you'd like. And come on up nice and slow. We'll meet in our neutral standing position. So my feet are hip width apart. I know you can't see everything in the video. But let's root through the feet. And then stand nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down and back. You can open your palms forward to open your chest a little bit here. And just find your neutral standing. We're going to work to manipulate the spine just a little bit more with some half moon. So I'm going to turn and face you. And bring your arms over your head. I like to take this grip. So I have my pointer finger out and the rest of my fingers are interlaced and my thumbs are crossed. But if that doesn't work, you could just do hands against each other, whatever's best for your body. So my arms are up, and then I'm going to stretch each way. Just a little warm up here. And then come on back to center. We're going to hold each side just for a few breaths. So try to use your core strength here. And try to just find proper alignment by stretching everything up towards the ceiling. And then bending over to the right. So again, I'm not mirroring you. Just you're going the opposite way, right, to the right. But just stretch over. No need to go super deeply. You're just trying to feel a stretch along the left side of your body. We've already stretched this way a little bit in our seated warm-up, so it should feel nice in the body. And if it doesn't, back out a little bit and just modify if you need to. Come on back to center. Other side, stretch up a little bit, reach up, and then over to the left. Make sure you're breathing. If you're not, just back out a little bit and come back to your breath. And then come on up. We're going to take a little back bend, but we'll modify. So bring your hands to your low back like you're putting your hands in your back pockets. And then just look up and shine your chest up. You might recognize this because we already did this when we had our legs out, when we were on the floor. It's just a little chest opener here. We went right, left. Now we're going back just a little bit. And then reach up with the arms one more time. Bend the knees. Come on down to a forward fold. We were just here a little bit ago. We're going to do one more forward fold. So move around a little bit. This should feel good to bend each knee. Maybe squat. Shake your head, yes and no. And we're going to do, there's a few variations here for the forward fold. Some people grab their heels. Some people like to grab their toes. You could even, this feels really nice, this is like a gorilla grip. You put your hand under your foot, and it's like kind of a massage. Like you can massage your feet with your hand with your feet. So I'm going to do this grip, but if you need to modify, just maybe reach forward, maybe even hands on the shins. And just start to forward fold to any degree. For the last time, kind of letting the neck relax, everything. This should kind of release your low back and your spine since you're in a forward fold. Bend your knees. We're going to come up nice and slow, ragdoll all the way up. back to your neutral standing position. We're going to move to the floor next. So a few exercises for the feet. Starting in Vajrasana, sitting on your heels. If that doesn't work for you, you can always put something like under you. I mean, I don't have blocks at my house, but you could do a pillow or something there. What we want to do next, though, is stretch the feet a little bit. So I'm going to come forward, bring weight to my hands, and then tuck my toes, and then sit back. And we'll be here for several breaths. It can be pretty intense just because your foot really, how often is it stretching like this? So just breathe, maybe close your eyes, rest your hands on your thighs. And if this is too much, you can always be here as well. We just want to stretch your feet a little bit because they do so much for us that we don't realize. And I know I've been walking around barefoot now all the time and thinking to myself, gosh, my feet need a little bit of support. They need to strengthen, really, because they hold everything up. So just stretch your feet a little bit here. A few options also that you might try if you want to challenge yourself are you bring one foot over the other and sit back. My right foot is like in the arch of my left foot, and it can start to feel pretty intense pretty quickly. So I'm already feeling that burn. I'm going to switch. But just take a moment, whatever stretch in the feet feels good, do that now, and then breathe, maybe closing the eyes. And then slowly release by bringing the hands back, bringing the weight back into the hands. And we're going to take another, if you need to, you can also tap your feet out a little bit. Ooh, that was intense. Another child's pose here really quick just to rest. So find a version of child's pose that works for your body. Again, knees can be wide or not. And just rest. On your next inhale, come on up through table. And then bring your seat back into your hips. We've been here before. We're going to do just a few more twists, and I'm going to show you another variation of the twist. So you could twist from here to each side. We did a seated twist like this. If you want to try something different, you can start by bending your right knee forward, and then bringing your right leg over. And if it's too much with the knee bent, just bring the left leg straight. And then you can see both of my hips are grounded a little bit more easily, and that right foot is planted. We're going to twist over to the right, so bring your right arm behind you. And then this left arm, I like to hug the knee in a little bit. Some people push away, but if you're not there, then just hug your knee. You could keep this hand on the floor if you need to and just twist over to the right. And then switch by coming back to center. I'm going to have the right leg extended, but you could also bend it. Left foot comes over this time. And just twist to the left. Bring your left arm behind you and hug this knee in, hug the left knee in with the right. You can push it away. Just find a twist that works for you. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder and try to relax both shoulders. And then slowly release, coming back to center. It's time to transition to the floor. So wherever you are, plant your feet, reach your arms out in front of you, and slowly roll on back. I'm gonna bring my cheat sheet with me here. Slowly roll on back. Try to use your core strength as you come back slowly. And if you need to go all the way back, you can put your elbows down. I'm just trying to go down with control here. All the way down. Oh, that feels so nice. And then let's windshield wiper the knees a little bit. So you can see I brought my knees closer to my heels, or my heels closer to my hips, and then I'm windshield wipering the knees a little bit. Feels nice in the low back. I'm going to bring the heels even closer, maybe as close as you can. We're preparing for bridge pose. We won't hold it for very long, but if you're ready for more, you plant your hands and start to lift your hips up. And you can come up to any degree. Make sure you're breathing. Some of you might be ready to interlace your fingers underneath and then tuck your shoulders if you want. And then you can lift up even higher. We'll be here for a few deep breaths. And if you need to lower at any time, no worries. No judgment. And then slowly release, coming down one vertebrae at a time if you can, which is anatomically impossible. Let's windshield wiper the knees again. Should feel nice. You could always do a second set. Just for time's sake, we're going to move on to a twist. Lift that right leg. Bring the right ankle to left knee. And we're going to bring both knees over to the left. If that's too much, you can modify by just bringing the knees together. And this is a nice spot if you have a pillow or something handy. If you need something under your knees, you can do that. I like to take the twist, or the twist in the legs a little bit, just because I feel a little bit more here in my piriformis. And we'll just be here for a few breaths. Reach your right hand out and look over the right shoulder. You can also reach the left arm out as well. And then slowly release. Bring the arms in, come back to center. Plant the right foot. Time for the left side. Left ankle on right knee. Both knees over to the right. You can also just stack the knees. Twist to any degree, whatever's comfortable. You can also rest your hand on your knee to put a little bit of weight. I'm going to reach the left arm out and look over left shoulder. Come on back to center. Pavanamuktasana. When you're moving, so extend both legs out. And bend your right knee in and interlace your fingers to get a grip on it. And pull it towards your right shoulder to any degree. You can keep the left leg extended, or you can bend the left knee if that's better for your body. Try to keep your elbows in close and relax your shoulders down. Tuck your chin just a smidge. You should feel a nice length in the back of the neck. And keep breathing. And then switch. Release the right leg. Lift the left leg up this time. Get a grip, opposite thumb on top this time. And release, bring that left leg down. Bring both knees in this time. And reach around, grab your elbows. Get it nice and tight. And then rest your head on the floor. Feet, some people like the feet flexed. I just let them hang. switch our grip. So I'm going to switch the grip on my elbows. You can also, if you're just reaching for your hands or interlacing, that's fine as well. Just try to feel nice and tight and compacted. And then start to relax out of the posture. We're not getting out quite yet, but grab your knees and then roll around a little bit on your low back. Should feel nice. This would be a good time to take a happy baby. If you're ready for more, you could grab your feet from the outside. Or just stay here, roll around a little bit. And it's time for our Shavasana. So let's start to extend the legs out. Relax the feet. Bring the arms down by your sides. Palms might face up. If that's not comfortable, down is fine as well. You can also bring the hands to the belly. Just make sure you relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. And we'll be here for several breaths, just focusing on the in and out breath. Try to relax your entire body from head to toe. Let everything go. And just feel the ground supporting you. Feel your body heavy. Resting here as you breathe with the eyes closed. If they're not closed, just keep a soft gaze. Let the breath be easy. You can stay here if you'd like. Just pause the video. But if you're ready to move on with your day, start to wiggle into your fingers and toes. And move into wrists and ankles. Maybe rocking the head side to side. I'm going to keep my eyes closed, but you can open them if that's better for you. Bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet onto your mat or onto the ground. And then slowly bring the knees to one side to roll over either side, rolling over to the left. And then use the arms as a pillow to support your head for a moment here and breathe. And use the arms to support you, bring you up back to a seated position, head coming up last nice and slow. We'll end in a seated position, just like we started. So find a comfortable seat, nice tall spine, relax the shoulders, hands to the knees. Take several deep breaths here. Maybe reflecting on this practice, this time for yourself, and how it can heal your body, your mind, your spirit. Bring the hands to center chest, palms gently press against each other, thumb against your sternum. And then gently bowing the head. Gently opening your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for being here today, for sharing this practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste. Have a good day.